Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Watkins, and we're starting a new segment. It is called The Lunchbox, where I'm just going to be sitting at my desk and we're going to be interviewing players and coaches around the AA Sun. And this week, we actually have head coach Jesse Cormier of the FGCU Eagles, and they just had a very exciting weekend. Coach Cormier, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
All right, awesome. Thank you for taking the time out of your time to talk to me. Basically, I wanted to go into just the season. I know you guys, last year, you guys won the regular season title, and before succumbing in the semifinal. Just tell me, what was the team's mindset going into the off season, just going into preseason?
Yeah, I think the team's really been focused on preparing well through the summer. We had a good spring in terms of building the chemistry of the team, and coming into training camp, they came in with a high level of conditioning, and we were able to really do some things tactically, technically to prepare them for the weekend in Michigan. And I think that we're being able to implement things and not have to focus so much on just conditioning has been really helpful to kind of build our strategy and how we want to play and who we are. So that's been really good. And I thought we went into Michigan understanding those things on who we are and how we want to play, and we were able to get a result. And then against Michigan State, just looking at the film, I thought we did another good job of kind of imposing our identity on two Big Ten teams that had a lot of success last year. And I think we're off to a good start of knowing who we are.
Okay, and just tell me, just going into this season, your mentality and who you are, because I know last year you're returning all freshman team Avante Mulling. Also, you have the preseason goalkeeper of the year and as well as the player of the year. Just what is the identity that you want to set for the team this year?
That they work for each other. I think the game is a team game, and sometimes I think we can get wrapped up in individuality a little too much, and just playing a little bit maybe for ourselves. And this group has really done a nice job of creating for each other, moving for each other, pressing, defending for each other, and really buying into a team unit and sort of a brotherhood. And I think that really played out, when we play against really good teams. I think that the guys are really well connected and are working for each other. And I think that that's made a big difference coming off of last season. I think they understand that we had a lot of good things happen. We had a good year, winning the regular season or being co-champs, but I think there were a few missing components that they wanted to implement this year that they've been able to do so far. But it's only opening weekend, so we're getting maybe a little ahead of ourselves in terms of just continue to be who we are and getting better at what we do.
Okay, well, going into the weekend, this past weekend against Michigan and Michigan State, because I know they were ranked number 13 and number 7. Just what was the mentality of the team? What did you preach to the team just going in, and how did they execute that?
The big thing was being prepared. We wanted to know who we were playing and how we wanted to play, and we trained. I thought we had a good week of practice preparing for it, and then on game day, really imposing our will. And I thought our guys really came out with some great energy, enthusiasm, and I thought if you were sitting there as a fan or even on the bench as a coach, you could see that this team, really was able to impose our will early on. We went up a couple goals. Credit to Michigan to come back. And then I think towards the middle and, I'd say the middle of the second half, we were able to sort of stretch the lead again. So overall, I think it was really a good exercise for us because Michigan also was able to highlight some of the areas we still need a fair amount of work on. And Michigan State did the same thing, a couple days ago. So, overall, it was a really good weekend for us from this that we were able to, but also learn a lot about ourselves in terms of we're good at, but also some of the areas of deficiency that we need to work on moving forward. So we'll try to correct some of those things over the next couple of days before we take on Seton Hall, who had a great result in their first game, and then Georgia Southern, who's unbeaten in their first 2 games. So it doesn't get any easier. We're going up against some really good teams, and we're going to be tested.
Okay, well, actually going into this weekend, because I know you guys open up at home and a green out against Seton Hall. So, just is there anything that you guys were working on going into this game that you wanted to rebound from just from this past weekend, or extra things that you were teaching the guys?
I can't tell you that; those are secrets.
I got you.
No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, I mean, we talked about six different facets that we weren't good enough in those six areas. So we don't have time to address six, so we're just going to prioritize. What's the most urgent thing now, and we worked on those things this morning, and also getting the guys back from a travel and a very emotional weekend, and making sure that they have the right energy going into Friday night, because we know Seton Hall is they got a lot of weapons, and scoring six goals in their opener tells us that they have some firepower. So we're going to have to be calculated in what we do, and we're going to have to play really well, and again focus on working for the team.
All right. Well, Coach Cormier, I thank you very much for your time. I know it's lunchtime, so I definitely thank you for your time, and I look forward to all the success this weekend. I wish you guys the best of luck.
No, thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you.